Now, can you guys hear me? I hope you guys can. We're gonna assume that you can for now, until I actually figure it out for sure. But this is a tier list. So what I mean by based on NHL teams is this. So Cup favorites are the team that I think is gonna be most likely to win the Stanley Cup, and my pick to win the Stanley Cup. Cup contenders are teams that are like the ability to okay, so let me rephrase this. Cup contenders are teams, in my opinion, these are all in my opinion, that have a strong chance to win the cup. Like these are some like the top teams in the league to win the cup next season. Playoff teams. These are teams that I think pretty much they have a very, very high chance to make the postseason, but I don't think are quite cup contenders, and I don't believe they're gonna make a deep playoff run. Fringe playoff teams are kind of like a wild card team. Like teams that are either going to be in the wild card, you're just outside of it, really around that wild card area, but not quite a divisional team. Good, but not quite good enough is like teams that I think are good and competitive, but not going to be a playoff team. And trash is pretty self-explanatory. The trash. I am going to actually no. I think it's fine. I might add a different row in a little bit, but for now, I think I'm going to keep it as it is. This is going to be a tier list for today. Okay, I have my line combinations open so I can look at every NHL team, kind of go in depth about each NHL team and why I have them where they are. But this is a tier list. To jump straight into it. This is in alphabetical order for this next upcoming season. You can tell we have Utah Hockey Club. Those are for the next season. We are going to jump straight into it. First, the Anaheim Ducks. I'm going to put them in good, but not quite good enough. They have good pieces. They are in the weakest division in the NHL. So I do think I have them finishing 6th in the Pacific, which is relatively close to the postseason. Yes, they are in the weakest division in the league. That is why they are this close to the postseason. But they have good pieces. I mean, Katagoshi, it's very good. Expecting big things out of him. Leo Carlson, Troy Terry, Trevor Zegras hopefully took a big step up. Petrana hopefully because last season he had a career year, so hopefully he kind of plays off of that. Mason McTavish, and the bottom line is really not that bad. And the defensive pairings have Cam Fowler, Gudez, and Minchikov are 3 pieces that I really like on the defensive end. And goaltending tandem is pretty decent. And Lucas D'Osso will probably end up being the starter next season. And John Gibson. Hopefully John Gibson kind of picks up his slack a little bit because he hasn't been the best the last couple of seasons. But hopefully he picks up his slack and be turned back into old 2018 Gibson. But that's why I have the Ducks. They could be closer to the postseason. They could be completely trash. I don't know, but this is where I have them being for now. The Bruins. I'm going to say the playoff team. I have them finishing number 3 in the Atlantic Division. Hold up. So I do really like the pieces. I think Lindholm was a huge acquisition for them for a first-line center that they've been looking for years. Not for years, but for a couple years ever since Krejci and Bergeron retired. They kind of got him. Lindholm is the number 1 center with Pastrnak and Zacha. Going to be a great first line. Put Marchand down the second line to have some more depth. By the way, for all of these lines, and like they always been, these are just projected lines. These are not the guaranteed lines, but these make the most sense, basically. Marchand, Coyle, and Geeky, great second pairing, your second line. Frederick, Portress, and Brazeau. And yesterday's podcast episode, I had Portress being the breakout player of the year for the Bruins, specifically. So we'll have to see how he does. And then the fourth line is slightly concerning, but no, it's okay. Defensive pairs. I had the defense in elite when I did my defensive tier list. McAvoy, Zadorov, Lindholm, Carlo, Peak, and Loihe. The power play is great. The penalty kill is great as well. And then the goaltending team is probably going to be one of the best in the league. And Jeremy Swayman, who I think is the 4th best goalie in the league. And Jonas Korpisalo. Oh, I got 2 things to mention that I just remembered. First of all, I will not be doing a podcast episode for the next 3 days. I will be gone on vacation for the next 3 days. Okay. So, I want to say that. Second of all, I have a fantasy team that my family did. So, I'm going to go over that fantasy team that I have right now. I will not say the names of the people that were in it, but I will tell you my roster. So I got the last pick, 8th pick, and there's 8 people in my league, so I had the last pick. With my 2 back-to-back picks, I got Mikko Rantanen and Leon Draisaitl. That's valid, am I right? Like, come on, that is very, very good. I'm not, like, that's very good. Mikko Rantanen is projected to get, like, 40 goals, 62 assists for 104 points, which is totally possible. Draisaitl is projected to get 41 goals, 65 assists, 106 points. So it's really helpful. And then my next picks, I think I got Jack Hughes. And Dylan, I got Jack Hughes and Dylan Larkin. And then I think Jack Hughes is gonna be like top 5 MVP candidate next season, honestly. Then my next 2 picks, I got Adam Fox and Quinn Hughes, 2 some of the best defensemen in the league, 2 of the top 3 best defensemen in the league, in my opinion. And then I got Igor Shesterkin and Josh Morrissey, the next picks. And then I ended up getting Rope Hintz and Nichas, Jake Sanderson, Thomas Harley, Alexis Lafreniere and Logan Cooley. And then Matt Barzal, Buvanovich, Dursey, Theodore, and Byfield on my bench. Barzal actually wasn't on my bench. My 3 goalies were Igor Shesterkin, Jeremy Swayman, and Jacob Markstrom. Very solid team. Very solid team. But that's my fantasy team. So I will give you guys updates when the season starts. Every week, like, this is how I'm doing. And I'll say if my opponent has this much points, I have this much points. So kind of keep track of it through the season, just for fun. I'll probably have another league against other people that I don't know. I'll probably have both, but my family will be my main league for sure. But we are going to continue on do this. Sabres, they're really between good but not quite good enough in French playoff team. I think they are going to be they have the skill of a French playoff team, but I don't think they're going to be too close because the Atlantic Division rivals are going to be better. I'm not going to lie, because I think that the Bruins that I already mentioned, the Panthers, the Leafs, Senators, most of the division I think is going to be better. The Lightning, it's the 5 teams that I think are going to be better. And then for the rest of the Sabres, Canadians, and Red Wings. Will the Red Wings be better? I don't think they will. So I think I'm going to put them in French playoff team, but at the very bottom of French playoff team. Right now they're at the top, but they're going to end up being in the bottom of French playoff team. I think they have the capability of being a French playoff team. They have the capability of making the postseason. I do think that the division rivals are at least 5 division rivals that are better than them. Tage Thompson, Tuck, Quinn, Cousins, Zucker, Paterka, Benson, McLeod, Greenway, Lafferty, and Ube Cabell, phenomenal depth. And defensive paint, Bowen Byron, Rasmus Dahlin, I do know how to say that, but I didn't say it right. I don't usually say it right. Connor Clifton, Owen Powell, and Samuelson. Power play units are phenomenal. Penalty kill units are phenomenal. Goaltending, Luka Lukanen put up 9-10, 9-15 saves in his last season. Hopefully Devin Levi can do good as a backup. Our team's so young, man. But I just don't think they're quite good enough to be some of the other divisional rivals. And by the end of this, these are all ranked. So that's why I said the Sabres are like all my tier lists. Like the Sabres, if they're on the very back of French playoff team, that means they're probably not gonna make it. The Flames, I'm gonna put them in trash. I think that they are not good. They have a couple pieces: Kuzmenko, Zari, hopefully Huberdeau's pretty decent. Uyghur, I really like Kadri, Pospisil, those guys. But I'm concerned about the goaltending tandem. I'm really concerned about the defense. Concerned about the depth. It's really like not good over there in Calgary. They're finishing second worst in the league, just ahead of the Sharks. But yeah, they're not very good. Next, I have the Hurricanes. I think the Hurricanes are going to be a playoff team. Will they be above or below the Bruins? Probably slightly below. But, I mean, actually, I don't know. It's really interchangeable. You know what I should do? I know exactly what I'm going to do. Because I ranked them. One was above the other in my August Power Rankings that I just did a couple episodes ago. I'm going to look at my August Power Rankings. I'm going to see which one I had above the other. Because whatever one I have above the other is what's going to go above. Carolina, yes, I thought so, because I think Boston is in the strongest division, so I think they're going to have slightly more points than them, because I think they're a better team overall, but they're just not, they're in a the two teams ahead of them are better than the two teams ahead of the Hurricanes. That's not even necessarily true. But I do think the Boston Bruins would be slightly better than the Hurricanes. But, I mean, Hurricanes, I think, they finished third in the Metropolitan Division. Some teams, some players have, oh my god, some people have them, like, completely flunking out. I'm like, I don't see it. They got Snitchikov, Aho, Jarvis, and then Nadeau, Kakayemi, Nitras, and then Carrier, Dury, Roslovic, Martin, Starr, Robinson. They have incredible depth, I'm not gonna lie. Defensive players, I had the defense in the league. Jacob Slavin, Brent Burns, Dimitri Olaf, Sean Walker, Gossip, and Chatfield. Phenomenal. Power play's gonna be great. Penalty kick's gonna be one of the best in the league. And if both of the goalies can stay healthy, it's gonna be very, very good goalies. Tandem of Freddie Anderson and Peter Chekhov. Very phenomenal defensive core. Just core in general. And only thing they had Rod Brindamore behind the bench. They were always a consistent playoff team. Will they be a cup contender? I don't think so. I think even the teams in the division will beat them. Like, I think the Rangers are going to get rid of them in the first round if they face. The Devils would get rid of them in the first round if they face. I don't see it. But it really just depends. I have the Rangers finishing 2 in the Metropolitan Division. Hint, that's kind of a spoiler. But, I mean, it's possible that they end up finishing 1. But, like, again, if the Rangers do finish number 2 in the Metropolitan Division, I have the Rangers beating them again. The Hurricanes are a very good team, so are the Rangers. I just believe in the Rangers' star power slightly more. And I believe in the Rangers' goaltender slightly more, Igor Shesterkin, so I would pick them. And if they face the Devils, I would also pick the Devils. So it sucks for them because they're in a tough division too. Decent conference overall, stacked. Blackhawks. I think I'm going to put them in the bottom of good, but not good enough. I'm not even going to lie. Because I don't want to put them in trash. I don't. Because I don't think they're going to be trash. I do think they're going to be pretty competitive. They got good pieces. Tuvo Teravainen, Tyler Petuzzi, Connor Bedard, Nick Foligno, Jason Dickinson just had a career year last season. Tyler Hall, if he can stay healthy. Andreas Anthony CU. Philip Kershaw, Lucas Reichel. All those guys. And they added Alex Martinez, TJ Brody, and Lauren Brissois as a goaltender. And Martinez, TJ Brody on the bottom pairing. Kuczynski hopefully will take a big step up. I do think he will. As Vlasic was one of the most underrated defensemen in the season. Last season. This team has some good pieces, but I don't think they're going to be near a playoff spot. I think the Central Division is much, much improved. And the Central Division teams are already much better than the Blackhawks, and they got improved. Not saying the Blackhawks didn't, but I'm just saying. Avalanche. I'm going to put them in the top of playoff teams. I'm finishing number 3 in the Central Division. Their depth is concerning. Like, they have the top 6 is phenomenal. Okay, McKinnon, Rantanen, Middlestat, Lehkonen. I'm not familiar with this guy, the Kovalenko. And then Duran him and McKinnon were great in juniors, and they kind of had a resurgence together last season. But the depth's kind of concerning. I do like Miles Wood, but Ross Colton, Logan O'Connell, Wagner, Kelly, and Kiwi Ronces is concerning. Defensive pairs add to defense in the league. McCarr, Mason, Shellington, Dahan, Gerard, and Devon Tave. The power play units are one of the best in the league. Penalty kills are great, and goalies is Georgiev, consistent 35 to 40 wins, since he's been playing with the Avalanche. And the backup is okay. But the Predators and the Stars, I believe, will be much better than them. And if they face either one of them in the postseason, I think they're going to get eliminated. So I had to put them in the top of playoff teams, but that's where they're going to rank right now. Do I put them below the Bruins? I don't think I will. I think the Avalanche are in a much weaker division, so they're going to get more points because they face weaker teams. But it is possible that the Bruins do end up will be better next season. I don't know. Columbus. I think I'm going to put them in good, but not quite good enough. What do I have them ranking towards the bottom of the league? Do I have them above or below the Blackhawks? I think slightly above in the August power rankings. But I think my gut's telling me to put them below the Blackhawks. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the Blackhawks, I'm gonna put them above. Kind of switching though, but the Blue Jackets are good people. Ovi Gaudreau is better. They got Ken Johnson for depth. Susie B. Young, Sean Monahan, Patrick Laine. Patrick Laine is gonna get traded, by the way. Probably the Canadians, actually. That's interesting, though. But, who else do they have? I know they have other people. Sillinger and Werenski in the back end. Like, they have good pieces. but not quite good enough to make the postseason because the Metropolitan Division, like the Eastern Conference as a whole, they ain't getting top 3 in the Metro, okay? The Hurricanes, the Rangers, and the Devils, I think, have those 3 spots on lockdown, in my opinion. Will they get a wild card? Probably not, because the Eastern Conference is so stacked. There's like a wild card likely teams that would be better than them. Lightning, better. Senators, better. Islanders, better. Capitals, better. Just look in their division alone. The Penguins might be better. Will they? I don't know. They might be, though. Probably will. Red Wings would probably be better. The Sabres would be better. Like, honestly. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put them right there. Sabre, why did I say Sabres? I was looking at the Sabres logo. That's why I said Sabres, actually. Stars, Cup contenders. I think I'm gonna put every team that's either gonna be Cup favorites or Cup contenders and Cup contenders, and I'm gonna decide who's gonna be the Cup favorites at the end. But the Stars are very, very complete team. No doubt about it. Star power is there. Robertson, Hintz, Sagan, Ben, Johnson, Stankoven. Their depth, very, very good. Marchman, Borg, Duchesne on the third line is nasty. Blackwell, Steele, and Dadonov. Phenomenal fourth line. Incredible depth. One of the best depth in the league. Defensive pants. Tyler Sully, Mira Heiskanen. Phenomenal. Esa Lindell, Ilya Labushkin. Great. Brandon Smith and Dumba. They did make some overpays with Labushkin and Dumba, but they are still good pieces. For defensive depth. Power play, one of the best in the league. Penalty kill, one of the best in the league. Goaltender Jake Andre, I believe, is the 5th best goalie in the league. Casey Smith is at the very least the top 5 backup in the league, probably the top 3 backup in the league. So this team is really complete. They made deep playoff runs over and over again for the past couple seasons. They won the division last season. I believe they're gonna win it again. Just how complete this team is, but that's where they're gonna rank right now, Cup contenders. Detroit Red Wings, I'm going to put them slightly above the Sabres. Actually, I'm going to put them below the Sabres. I'm not high in the Red Wings. I'm very, very down low on the Red Wings. They don't have good depth. Their defense is atrocious. The goaltender is really not that good. Yeah, I'll go over them real quick. I've done it before, but I'll do it again, okay? I'll go over them real quick. The top 6 is it's phenomenal, okay? I'm not going to argue that. The top 6 is great. Raymond, Larkin, DeBrincat, Tarasenko, Kemper, confers a hidden gem there, and Kane, okay? Great top 6, okay? But they didn't got much else. Copp, Rimerson, Bergen, Fisher, Verlino, Mott. Not good depth. Defensive pairings outside of Moside. Moside is a stud, by the way. He's phenomenal, okay? Ben Sherrod is nowhere near number 2 defenseman. Neither Edvinson, Jeff Petrie, none of those guys should be in the second pairing. Omata and Gustafson's an okay third pairing, okay? Power play unit is going to be great. The second one's a bit concerning. Actually, not really. The power play in general is going to be really good. The penalty kill is going to be pretty okay. And goalie, Cam Talbot can get you on a 905 save percentage on a good season with the defense. He can probably get you a 905 save percentage. With his atrocious probably going to give you around a 900 save percentage. Alex Ryan, can get you around the same. But he's probably gonna play the backup role unless he really takes over. Like he did last year. He did take over last year over Billy Russo. But the goaltending's not helping the defense. So I'm super down low in the Red Wings. Some people have the Red Wings for like a playoff lock. I strongly disagree. But that's it. Oilers Cup contenders. Put them above the Stars now. But man, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it anyways. I have the Oilers winning the Cup. I do. I really, really do. I have the Oilers winning the Cup. Top 6, probably the best in the league, if not at least top 3. Connor McDavid, Arne, Jack Hyman, Arvidsson, Draisaitl, Skinner. Words don't explain how good that is. Depth is incredible. Holloway, Henrique, Perry, Brow, Ryan, and Yanmark. Oh my goodness, bro. Defensive pairings, one of the best in the league. Matthias Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Proper, Kulak, CC. The depth slightly concerning, but they're really good. Power play, in my opinion, is the best in the league. Penalty kill, top 30 in the league. Stuart Skinner, I think, is going to end up being at least a top 10 goal in the league after a season, and Pickett is a pretty good, stable backup for the Oilers. So I have them winning the Cup next season. They've got so close this season, so I think they're going to make it again. and I think they're going to finally capture. I think McDavid and Draisaitl will get their first cup. I do. Panthers. I think it's pretty fair to put the Panthers in cup contenders. Hold up, guys. Okay, sorry, I was just reading something. But yeah, the Panthers. The only thing they really lost was some defensive depth with Montour and Albert Ekman. That's not even depth. That's like two incredible defensive players. But I mean, still, the forward group is still basically the exact. Well, they did lose Vladimir Tarasenko, which does suck. But it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, you would prefer to have him, but I mean, for Hagee, Barkov, Ryan Hunter, Chuck, Bennett, Rodriguez at the top six is phenomenal. Reach out. Is Kane so good? Yes, he is very good, by the way. Sorry, I'm not. Okay, I think I'm gonna read chat on my phone, actually. That's a smart idea. Okay, there we go. Thank you for the kind words before that, by the way. I will enjoy my vacation. But in the bottom six are still some of the best depth in the league. I mean, I don't know who that is, but he's still super young. Lundell, Osterinen, Bluequist, Nozak, and Entwistle. Great depth. Defensive pairings, Forsling, Ekblad, great defensive pairing. Kulikov, Nikola, great defensive pairings. This bottom defensive pairing is concerning, but I do think they will be good enough for I think the guys above them will kind of pick up the slack. Power play unit is gonna be great. Defensive pairings is gonna be great. Power play is gonna be great. Penalty kill is gonna be great. Goalie, in my opinion, Sergei Bobrovsky is the second best goalie in the league. And then I don't really know much about the backup, but hopefully he's pretty decent. Bob's gonna probably carry a load, honestly, offensively. Goaltending wise, like he probably can play most of the game. Probably can play like 60 games, but yeah, I have to put especially after winning the cup last season 2 years ago, making it to the cup, but just losing and not losing that many pieces. I think I'm gonna have to put him in cup contenders still. I don't think they're gonna make it back to the cup. I think they're gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and get eliminated there. But don't count out the Leafs or the Bruins. I do think the Bruins or the Leafs could make it, but I don't think they're going to. I think if anybody's going to make it, it'd be the Leafs, because I think their team's slightly better and have more star power, but I mean, I don't know. Than the Bruins, but I don't know. Kings, I'm going to put them in French playoff teams. I don't think they're going to make it, but I think I'm going to put them below them. They lost a lot of pieces. Arvidsson, they lost more than I can't think of right now. Matt Roy. And I think they're gonna fall to playoff spot. I think the Red Wings and the Sabres will be better. I think the teams in the Pacific are much better. Like the top three teams I'll get to in a little bit are better, but yeah. Wild, I'm gonna have them be in French playoff team at the top of the playoffs because I think they're going to make a wild card spot. They're gonna make the wild card number 2. They have great pieces. I mean, Kirill Kaprizov, Matt Boldy, Marco Rossi, Brock Faber on the back end, or Jared Spurgeon. That'd be 2 great defensemen. The depth is slightly concerning, but it's still good enough, I think, to help the team. And the goaltending tandem, hopefully, Marc-Andre Fleury can play the whole season, and Phil Gustafson can return to what he played like 2 years ago when he was like a phenomenal goaltender. Hopefully, the Wild can do that, and if he does do that, I do think the Wild will make the postseason. Canadians, I think I'm gonna put them here. Good, but not quite good enough. I think the only reason why they're not a French playoff team is because they're in the hardest division in the league. I've explained this so many times in the past, but I'll do it again. The Leafs, Panthers, and probably Bruins are cup contenders. I don't think the Bruins are quite cup contenders, but I don't know. The very least playoff team, in my opinion. And then you got, I think I'm gonna put the Bruins above the Avalanche, actually. By the way, and the Lightning, Senators, Sabres, and Red Wings are all French playoff teams, and the Canadians are in slight rebuild mode. So, like, it's crazy to think about how good the Atlantic is. So I think I had to put them here, but they're gonna be super good next season. I really do believe that, but not quite good enough to outweigh their divisional rivals. Next up, the Predators. I'm actually gonna put them in Cup contenders, right below the Panthers. I might put them above the Panthers, but the Panthers have proved themselves multiple times. The Predators haven't really proved themselves with this new team, but man, this team is so good. I think they're gonna finish second in the Central Division. We're gonna look at the lines real quick, line combinations. Before the load. Forsberg, Ryan O'Reilly, Nyquist, Novak, Stamkos, Mosaso, phenomenal top six. And Jankowski, Sissons, Evangelista, Pearson, McCurran, and Cole Smith, phenomenal depth. Defensive end, Brady Shea, Romaniosi, Lazo, Karius, Stasny, Lucien, great defense. Of course, power play is going to be, I think, the second best in the league, in my opinion, but just behind the Oilers. Penalty kill units, I think he's going to be one of the best in the league. Goaltending, Saros, I think he's going to end up being a top 5 goalie by the end of the season. Scott Redwood's probably a top 5 backup in the league. So I think that's where they are, man. I think they're all going to be cup contenders. I think they could win the cup, honestly. I don't think they will, but I think it's totally possible if they do. Devils. I think the Devils are going to make it to the Stanley Cup final. I'm not going to lie to you. I think they'll make it to the Stanley Cup final, lose to the Oilers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do. I genuinely do. I think the Devils are so complete. We can look at their line combinations because they haven't done much in recent seasons, but I think they've added so much good pieces. Cohesion, Jesper Bratt, Andre Palat, Jack Hughes if he stays healthy, Dawson Mercer, and Timo Meyer, great wingers to play with Jack Hughes, Thomas Tatar, Eric Holla, Stefan Nason, Lazar, Otter, and Bastian, great depth. Defensive pairing, Swegan, Holler, Hamilton, Luke Hughes, Piche, Dylan, Nemec, phenomenal. Power play, phenomenal. Penalty kill, great. Goaltending, I think Jacob Markstrom is a top 10 goalie. I think he's like the 11th best goalie in the league. I'm right outside my top 10. Like, if I made honorable mentions for that list, he would definitely be probably a top honorable mention. Jake Allen's probably going to end up being a top 5 backup in the league for Jacob Markstrom after the end of next season. Man, bro, this team is good. Very complete. Islanders. I think the Islanders are a fringe playoff team, but I think they're just going to miss it. I think they're going to just miss it. I think they're missing by 2 to 3, maybe 4 points. I'm thinking they miss it by 2 to 3 points. 2 to 3 points. Duclair, Horvat, Barzell, Palmieri, Nelson, I don't know how to say that name. I'm not familiar with them. Anders Lee, Gabriel, Padro, Engvall, McClinton, Zizikis, and Holmstrom. And defensive pairings is Romanov, Dobson, Pellet, Polak, Mike Riley, Scott Mayfield. First power play is going to be pretty good. We're not like one of the best in the league, but I do think it's going to be pretty good. Penalty kills, hopefully better. Last season it was atrocious, but you think a defensive team like them would be better, but hopefully they get better. Goaltending tandem, it has the capability of being one of the best in the league. It has been one of the best in the league. Sorokin had been 9th best goalie in the league, but when he's healthy and he's having one of his best years, he's a top 5 goalie. Statistically, but having been 9th best goalie in the league, one of the best goalies in the league, though. And Simon Romanov was their starter last season, so he's capable of being a backup. He's proved it time and time again. So I think the defense playoff team, but I think they're just gonna miss behind the Lightning. I'll get to in a little bit. Rangers. Then I'm going to put them in cup contenders. I mean, they made the Eastern Conference Finals last season. The 5-5 is atrocious, but I do think we'll get better, hopefully. They have the best goalie in the league, in my opinion. One of the best defenses in the league, in my opinion. Some of the best depth, one of the best top 6s in the league. If we look at the lines here, it's been Jack, Chris Kreider, Riley Smith, Alexis Lafreniere, Victor Trocheck, and Timothy Panarin. That is phenomenal. Tapo Kako, Phil Hegel, Cooley, Vesey, Carrick, and Rempe, phenomenal depth. Defensive pairings, Lindgren, Fox, Andre Miller, Jacob Trouba, Zach Jones, and Brendan Schrader. Great defensive core. One of the best power plays in the league. Some great penalty killers. They prove time and time again the penalty killer is great. In my opinion, the best goalie in the league. Jonathan Quick, one of the best backups in the league. There was the best goalie tandem in the league, the second best goalie tandem in the league, in my opinion, last season, but just behind the Bruins. Mark and Jamie Swayman. But, I mean, yeah. Wow, that's great. I think they will be cup contenders. I do think they will make a decently deep playoff run. I think they're going to make it to the second round, but I do think they'll end up going to face the Devils. And I do think the Devils are slightly better, but I could say the Rangers pulling up an upset in that series, but I don't think it's going to happen. If that does happen, but yeah, we're going to have to see what happens. Senators, I'm going to have them being a fringe playoff team. I think they're going to be number 1 wild card in the Eastern Conference, so I have to put them above the Wild. So the Senators, man, they're very complete. I'm high in the Senators. I'm the Chuck, Stutzel, Giroux, Perron, North, Batherson, great top six. Pinto, Amadino, Gregor, Chuck, and McLean, great. Defensive pairings, Sanderson, Zub. I think Sanderson I think he's gonna be very, very good. Shabbat, Jensen, Clevin, and Bernard Docker, great. Power play unit, phenomenal. Penalty kill, hopefully is pretty good. Has god potential. Omar Academy, the 10th best goalie in the league, and Forsberg, hopefully he's a decent backup. Nope. I think the Center will be the first wildcard team to have the Eastern Conference, but if they're not, I would be shocked, but I wouldn't be entirely shocked. Flyers. I think I'm gonna put them in fringe. I think actually I'm gonna put them in good. They're not quite good enough. Behind the Canadians, above the Ducks. I do think the Flyers. They shocked a lot of people last season, but I don't think they're gonna be that good again. Michikov hopefully is really good for them, but I don't think they're gonna be as good. Penguins, good but not good enough. I think below the Flyers, above the Ducks. I do think they might be around the playoff spot, but they totally possible that they won't be. They have Crosby, Malkin, and Letang. They still have like Rust and Carlson and Jari and Nets. So hopefully they're pretty good, but I don't know. Sharks have being trash, garbage. Sharks is probably gonna be the worst team in the league next season, in my opinion. So that's why I put them here, literally like the worst of the worst. So yeah, that's what I have them right now. Kraken, I'd be a fringe playoff team. Will they make it? I don't believe so, but I think it's possible they do make it. Sure. So yeah, I mean, that's where they are going to rank right now. I do think I really like the acquisition of Stevenson and Montour. Stevenson was a huge overpay, but he's a great second line player, and Montour is a great number one, maybe number two defenseman. Number two, probably defenseman, but probably play number one defenseman in my opinion. So I do like those acquisitions of them, and Joey DeCour hopefully has another great season. If he does, I think they could make the postseason, but I don't know. I have to see. Good, not quite good enough is but definitely to see next season. No. Believe they want to put them above the Ducks, below the Penguins. I do like the forward core and the power play, but the penalty kill, defense and goaltending is very, very concerning. The depth is also concerning, so I really don't like the team. Fringe playoff teams where the Lightning's gonna have to go. Lightning goes right here, above the Islanders, below the Wild. The power line's probably one of, if not the best first lines in the league. Defense is still, I think, is going to be great. Power play is going to be one of the best in the league. Top five, probably in the league. Penalty kill is going to be great, hopefully. One of the best Oleski, I think, is going to end up being probably around the top five, at the very least, top 10 going in the league next season. So, yeah, I think the Lightning will be at least cup contenders. I'm not going to lie. I think the Panthers are going to have some wear and tear in the body, so I don't know if they're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals. If the Leafs and the Panthers play in the second round, okay? The Panthers may have a lot of wear and tear in the body from the past two seasons of making it to the Stanley Cup Final, including winning it last season, and then doing the whole next season at that point, and winning the first round. Man, and the Leafs hasn't really made a deep playoff run. So honestly, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be entirely shocked. I wouldn't even be shocked at all if the Leafs beat the Panthers and go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, I might even pick the Leafs in that series. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do really believe that. So I think I'm actually gonna put the Leafs all the way up, like here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not gonna lie to you guys. It's very intriguing to see this series because the defensive depth of the Panthers are very concerning. The Leafs added great pieces in all for Ekholm Larson and Chris Tanev to the defense. It will greatly improve the defense. Their top six is arguably the best in the league, with Matthews, Martin, Nylander, Tavares are all very hungry for a cup. The depth is actually pretty good. The penalty kill has always been one of the best in the league. The power play has always been probably top three, at the very least top five in the league. Hopefully, the only concern for the league that really has me like on the wall, if they face the Panthers, they're gonna have, in my opinion, the second best goalie in the league in Sergei Bobrovsky. Okay, the Leafs have a sophomore at that point in Joseph Roll, really be able to really catapult this team past the Panthers? I don't know, but I think he'd be very good that series. I think they're gonna put a couple contenders. Canucks. I think I'll put them in the top of playoff team. I think that it's going to be tough because if they do finish second in the Pacific and face third in the Pacific, Vegas Golden Knights, who spoiler as they're finishing number 3 in the Pacific, it's interesting because will they get past the Vegas Golden Knights in the first round? If that does happen, I think they will slightly, but it's totally possible the Vegas Golden Knights beat them. If they do get past the Knights, I don't have them getting past the Oilers. I don't think they're going to get past the Oilers. So I think that's where the season would end if they had to face. I think they would get a second round exit of the Oilers all again. But that's where it's gonna have to end, I feel like. Speaking of third in Pacific, Vegas Golden Knights gonna have to go here. I think going below all these teams. And the only reason why I finished third in the Pacific Division is because the third in the Pacific Division is kind of wide open for any of the other teams that are not named Vancouver Canucks and Edmonton Oilers. So I think Vegas will end up winning that spot because I think they are better than the Kraken, Kings, Ducks, Flames, and Sharks. Okay, I think they're better than all those teams, so I think that's where they're gonna have to land. But yeah, that's Hockey Club. They're finishing number 1 in the wild card, so I think I'm gonna put them in the top of the fringe playoff teams. Yes, they're finishing number 1 in the wild card. The team is so good. The only reason why they didn't make it last season is because their defense was well be concerning. They had Mikhail Sergachev and I do see taking on the Oilers for the Cup. I explained this already in the podcast, but they have the best top 6 in the league in my opinion. Some of the best depth in the league. One of the best defensive cores in the league. The best power play in the league in my opinion. Top 3 penalty kill in the league. And what's going to end up being probably a top 10 goalie at the very least after next season. Let's do it together. He's the most complete team in the league. And they got so close last season, so they have the experience of making it to the Cup and making it to the Cup and winning 3 games in the Cup. So I mean, I think that's what's gonna happen. But what team? Oh yeah, Vegas. Yeah, they still have a 3-headed dragon defensively in Theodore, Petrangelo, and Theodore or Heffernan. I don't remember which one I said. Heffernan, Petrangelo, Theodore. The top 6 is still great. They added depth pieces in Holtz and those guys. Yes, they lost Marcus and Stevenson, but I do think their depth is still great. And Aiden Hill, if he stay healthy, I do think he's going to be a very great goalie. So, I mean, I think they'll finish number 3 in the Pacific. Capitals, I think they're going to be around the French playoff team area. They're going to be above the Wings, above the Sabres, below the Islanders. I think that's where they're going to end up landing. I really do. So there is that. I think they have probably a top 10 defense in the league. Great forward core and those guys. What team do you see taking them on in the Cup Finals? The Devils. I have the Devils making it there as well, but I could see the Devils winning that series if they do face. I think the Oilers would win it. Jets, I think French playoff teams is probably where they're going to be. I think they're going to rank here. No, here. Right there. Okay, well, that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to click on it twice. I'm going to save this image and I'm going to upload it on Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to do that after this podcast episode. I'm going to end this podcast episode. I'm going to end the podcast episode. So I'm going to see you guys. When is the next episode going to be? Friday, I believe. I think I'm going to be back on Friday. So I will see you guys on Friday for episode 12. Peace.